Hello everyone and welcome to Preston Build. Someone recently commented on the video of me placing the Avengers Tower into the Lego City. They said that they felt the tower wasn't in a great place in the Lego City and that it didn't look good being hidden behind the bowling alley like that. Well, it's not necessarily hidden, but they don't think that the entrance to such a corporate building should be hidden away down a back alley. And I do agree with them. That's why I'm considering now, well, not considering, I am going to be moving the Avengers Tower and the Sanctum Sanctorum in the city. Another reason is the Daily Bugle being hidden off to the side like that. Just going to have a nice shuffle up of this area in the Lego City. Not too sure how it's all going to look, but we won't find out until we get it moved. So let's do that now. Now, this was the initial thought of moving these buildings, take the bowling alley out, and then slide the two marble buildings forward to where the bowling alley was. That way, the entrances are right on the front road and you can see them very clearly, looking really good. And then I was going to have the bowling alley behind them, just off to the side, in these two base plate positions. That would mean taking the Daily Bugle out from where it is and finding a new home for that as well. Problem is, I'm not too keen on how the Avengers Tower sits up against the boutique hotel here. I do feel it needs some sort of gap that side. You would get that gap if it was just a regular modular building, not a corner modular, because as you can see with the police station behind there, you've got a gap there at the back of the base plate. So you would get a gap with a normal modular building, but obviously as it's the square, I've got this corner modular on the corner of the square. And I don't really want to change that because I like having that building in the square. So I either deal with the way those two buildings meet up next to each other, or back to square one and I find another position for the Avengers Tower. Let me have a think about that. So I've just now quickly placed the bowling alley in that position that I was thinking about putting in. I actually quite like that there. I think it looks really good. With it being there, you can see the skyscraper behind it really clearly. Before that was quite hidden, so it's good to see that again. But yeah, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. So that could stay there. It's just whether or not how I feel about this connection, like I was saying. Not too sure about that. And also, it means where do we place the Daily Bugle now? My first thought on placing the Daily Bugle is actually where the police station is. So if I place it where the police station is, it will fill this big gap that you've got between the Avengers Tower and that skyscraper. I mean, it's not bad to have that gap, but I'm not really sure where the Daily Bugle can go now that it is out of the Lego City. The shuffle around has left an empty lot behind the Daily Bugle, which I've just covered with a base plate. So that is not ideal. That was definitely one of the good things about having the bowling alley at the front and then the buildings after it. You're not losing any space because all the buildings are taking up the lots in this area, which was a good thing, but they were hidden behind that bowling. Well, the entrances were hidden behind that bowling alley, which wasn't a good thing either. So yeah, I'm definitely left scratching my head. It's always tricky finding a good layout for these buildings. It takes a lot of time to get it right, but once it is right, it does look really good. So we'll get there though. I even tried bringing a skyscraper forward, but that's even more of an eyesore because you can't even see between the gap now. Whereas before the gap, you could see the construction site behind it, but now that's fully blocked out of view if you're standing over here. I just don't know what to do in this situation. Hmm. Right, let me try one more thing that could possibly work. Okay, so I'm not really sure what this achieves because the whole point of moving these buildings around was to bring the Avengers Tower out to the forefront so you can see that entrance. But this does actually look really good in my opinion. I prefer the Daily Bugle to the Avengers Tower anyway. Daily Bugle is one of my favourite sets. So having that at the front like that looks really good. And you can still see the Avengers Tower behind it. And like I said, I really liked the bowling alley off to the side there. This definitely wasn't a plan, but I like it. So, a win is a win. I'm going to tile all this in, get the lamppost back in, the trees and stuff, and going to have a look at how it looks after that. But so far, I am really liking this new arrangement. Okay, so that is all tiled back in, and it looks really good. I'm really happy with that placement. It's not the video I was hoping to put out, but it's just how it's turned out. And even my wife just came in. She said, "Have you moved that around?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "That looks really good." So it's got the wife's seal of approval. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I mean, like I said, it wasn't what I was expecting to do. I thought I was going to have the Avengers Tower out on the front, but I didn't like how it was sitting against that boutique hotel. But as you can see, you get that gap here with the Daily Bugle that looks a lot better. So I'm very, very pleased with that. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you think to them. If you did like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It would really help us out. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.